All right, we're gonna get into some attacks here. This is from one of the wars we went against Kleinkeep. Don't let me butcher that name any further, but yeah, this is DB going in. Um, he's using the new Yetis. Got a couple Yetis. Old school attack though. You know, he has some ice golems, some witches, some bowlers. Um, and he's going to be coming in with bats on the back end. But he's using a couple Yetis with the witches on the outside for flanking. And then he's coming right up the gut with his wall wrecker and heroes. So got a pretty decent funnel on the outside with his witches, especially up top. A little bit on the bottom. There we go. Yeah, so those went out so the bowlers didn't walk. So everything went in. All the bowlers went in, which is what you want. Bowlers under rage in the core, tearing everything up. They're currently frozen right now by the enemy CC, but as soon as they break out of that with that rage, they just start tearing the entire core up. Town Hall goes down pretty easily. Got a jump spell to get into that back inferno and access those archer towers on the back end as well. Still had some Yeti mites up in the bottom with the witches. They finally broke out, and those little mites started tearing up the defenses. I like how that works out. And then he comes in with his bats, and he was real patient with his bats to see where he was going to be needing the bats in at, especially coming in so late with them. The only thing that was left up was 2 splashes. Had plenty of freezes to cover that. 2 wizard towers, plenty of freezes to cover that. So, yeah, that base went down pretty goddamn easy. Bats cleaning up. Still got his archer queen up in the middle. She's helped cleaning up. Got a few witches. Still spawning skellies on the outside. Yeah. Pretty damn good attack. Lead by example, DB. This next one is by Pete. Nice base there. Coming in from the opposite side of the town hall. Similar attack style. Bowlers, witches. Bowlers got an upgrade, so they're pretty strong, especially against Town Hall 12 level defenses. So, yeah, that was an easy funnel for him to get all his main troops into the core. He did an early warden ability to make sure that his wall wrecker could get as far into the base as possible. Out the CC comes some loons and giants. Yeah, so his wall wrecker's gonna open up here in a second. King's gonna take out that last inferno. So now he only has 1 inferno in front of the town hall. Town hall is yet to be activated. 50% should be opening up now. There you go. And then so now we see the rest of the traps exposed, as well as the last inferno going down. Take down the heroes at the end. And having pretty good heroes helped out on this one as well, as far as cleanup, because his troops were starting to fizzle out there at the end. But those witches, since they're not being targeted, still keep spawning skeletons. They got hit by a bomb that time. 1 witch left. Grand Warden's being OP right now. Caught by that little tornado trap at the end, but yeah. Still a great attack, though. This next attack here, same war, by Phil. One of those wide open bases there. Phil's going to create a nice funnel on both sides of the triangle up top there, because he wants to come in at 12 o'clock. But he creates a nice funnel with two maxed E-Dragons. And they're going to cut into the base pretty good because they're not being targeted too much by air defenses yet. Now that's getting a little close there to the air defense. And he comes in anyhow at 12 o'clock. Bowlers, P.E.K.K.A.s, just under rage, just tearing up everything in that core there. Gets straight to the Eagle. Eagle still gets 1 shot off. They're frozen, but they're being healed up by the those healers under Rage. So all his troops are pretty fine there in the core. He still has to get to the town hall there. His wall record is one more wall to break there. I think he's going to make it. Yeah. Wall record makes it inside there. Takes down the clan castle. Easy peasy. Out his CC comes another P.E.K.K.A. ice golem. It gets slowed up a little bit by the tornado trap, and that's where he loses his bats as well. They actually didn't go down. Thought he would lose all his bats to those to that tornado trap set right there by the town hall, but he didn't. And so great, he has all those bats now to help with cleanup. And just like DB did in his attack, he was real patient with deploying his bats. Didn't deploy him early, waited to see how much defenses were going to be taken down by his main core before he decided to come in with those bats. But also another great attack. What I'm going to show you next is this attack I've been practicing. I saw online. It's pretty much like a P.E.K.K.A. smash, but it's using the new siege barracks. Basically, just like a P.E.K.K.A. smash, you just create a funnel on both sides of the base with P.E.K.K.A.s, or you can use your king on one side. But you pretty much create a funnel on either side of the base. You're going to open up the base with quakes. This base that because it's a Legends League attack, this base, pretty much wasn't too comparable for a quake. I could have used a jump to get into the town hall, but I chose to use a quake to get into the town hall and use a jump on the back end since the base was already open. But yeah, pretty much I'm going to come in with some P.E.K.K.A. On both sides, create the funnel, and then I'm just going to spam my troops right in between that funnel of the P.E.K.K.A.s. And then I'm going to drop my siege barracks behind that. Now, what I saw on YouTube was they were sending also their new hero in with the main group. But I tend to find that it better works out for me if I use my hero to flank one of the sides that aren't being taken down as well, because the new hero actually targets defenses and she can hop over walls. She's pretty OP. So yeah, out the siege barracks comes a P.E.K.K.A. and tons of wizards, which is gonna back up my core troops, easily take out any CC, because you're gonna have your queen in the core with the healers, and those wizards are coming in behind them, so they're going to easily take out any CC. I dropped my new hero on the flank to the left because I see that the hogs are going to be targeting the defenses on the right. Now, you only get one heal with your hogs, but that seems to be enough for the hogs to support what's going on around them. So, yeah. This is a pretty strong attack. Hard to mess up. As long as you create your funnel and get folks in, it's going to be pretty OP. You're going to see on my next attack, though, my funnel didn't go so well, and it still overpowered the base. It helped that the next base had low walls, and I've said this over and over in previous videos I've done. Walls matter. People don't think so. They hate doing them, but walls matter, and they oftentimes are the difference between a 3-star and a 2-star or a 1-star. But yeah, my hero OP came in, took out that eagle, and then the rest was just cleanup. I still got a P.E.K.K.A. up, still got a couple P.E.K.K.A.s up, still got my queen, my warden, full health. Yeah. Watch this next one. Like I said, it's one of those ring bases made to have you walk around the base, and my troops actually did that because, like I said, I didn't concentrate on the funnel enough, or it's kind of hard to do a funnel on this unless you split up your troops, to get something to target over the walls. But I just still followed the same principle. I opened up the base, the core of the base by the town hall with the quakes. And then I'm going to use a jump to actually enter the base. As soon as it did I do it? What was I waiting for? I don't know. 230. There we go. Here go the quakes, and then I'm gonna use a jump, and that's gonna actually lure the troops after a small peck of funnel on the outside. It's gonna actually lure the troops into that jump spell. So I drop my pekkas with a couple wizards on the outside. Start trying to take that out so that they don't walk. And they look like they're all going to go straight into the core, but watch. This is where the bad funnel happens. All my bowlers are going to walk. I drop my siege. Out comes another P.E.K.K.A. and some wizards. And they're just going to take everything down in the front. But you see they're being lured to the left because of that ring. I'm going to pop my king ability. Yeah, you want to use your warden early also in this. I pop my king ability to try to, rush out that funnel on the left side because I just saw everything starting to walk. I'm like, oh, my God. Drop my poison. But you see the bowlers, they redirected and started coming up the middle. And now my hogs are coming out, and the closest defense is actually the town hall since it's activated, which is okay. Max hogs can take out a town hall. Now, they do die to that Giga Blast, but, they did take out the town hall. My hero, she supported my queen on the left flank. She's actually taking out all this. She's actually getting ahead of the troops now and going to start taking damage. She's taking out the defenses, but she's going to take some damage now. The queen steps up and targets my new hero. So I pop her ability. I do have it on auto ability, but sometimes you want to pop it before it reaches that point. And it worked out there. Took out that wizard tower, took out a cannon, and then the rest was just cleanup. Yeah. So Town Hall 13 right now seems to be pretty fun. Hope you all enjoy it as well. More videos to come. Till next time, Shadow out.